Most British workers treat payday like a notification. Money arrives, the balance refreshes, life carries on, and within 3 weeks, the account is functionally empty again. There is no system. There is no sequence. There is just a vague hope that this month, somehow, things will work out. They never do. I'm Harry, and over the next few minutes, I'm going to hand you a step-by-step protocol that runs the moment your salary clears. A sequence that automatically routes every pound to the right place before your brain can interfere. We're talking transfers, allocations, ratios, accounts, and the exact order they need to fire in. Build this once, and your money manages itself for the rest of your working life. Skip it, and you'll spend another decade wondering where it all went. The system starts the night before payday, not on payday. Open your banking app, audit every direct debit listed there, cancel anything you do not actively use. Streaming services you forgot existed. Gym memberships from last January, software subscriptions on free trials that auto-renewed without permission. The average UK current account leaks between £40 and £100 a month on subscriptions the holder cannot name from memory. Cancel them. Whatever you free up gets absorbed into the protocol below. The audit takes 15 minutes and produces a recurring monthly return for the rest of your life. Step 1 fires the moment your salary hits your main current account. A standing order moves 20% of net pay into a savings account held at a different bank. Different is critical, because friction is the whole point. You should not be able to see this money in your main banking app without logging into a separate institution. The Bank of England. Base rate sits at 4.25% in spring 2026, which means any easy access account paying below 4% is leaking interest. The top of the easy access market currently pays around 4.5 to 4.75% AER. Tembo Home Saver, Chase Saver with boosted rate, and Trading 212's cash account. All sit in that band. Pick one. Confirm the provider is FSCS registered. Your protection sits at £120,000 per institution since the limit was raised from $85,000 on the 1st of December, 2025, which covers everything most savers will ever hold. Step 2. Fires the next working day. A second standing order moves 10% of net pay into a stocks and shares ISA. Hargreaves, Lansdowne, Vanguard, AJ Bell, Trading 200, and 12, InvestEngine, Dawdle, Moneybox, whichever platform you have already opened. This money is for a global tracker on monthly auto buy. The Vanguard FTSE Global All Cap, the HSBC FTSE All World Index, or an S&P 500 tracker. You do not pick stocks. You do not time the market. The platform executes the buy on a fixed date every month, regardless of headlines, regardless of mood. Your ISA allowance for the 2025-26 and 2026-27 tax years is £20,000. Anything that grows inside that wrapper pays no income tax, no dividend tax, ever. Step 3 fires the same day. A third standing order prepays your monthly essentials into a dedicated bills account. Rent or mortgage, council tax, gas, electricity, water, broadband, mobile home and contents insurance, TV license, public transport pass. Total them once. Set the figure, add a 5% buffer for variable bills, like energy in winter. All direct debits, then fire from this account on their scheduled dates. Your main current account never sees them. Your spending account is now sealed off from your essentials. What is left in the main account is discretionary money for the month. When it is gone, it is gone. There is no overdraft buffer to dip into because you have moved the buffer somewhere you cannot reach without effort. Step 4 fires through payroll, not banking. Audit your workplace pension immediately. The legal minimum under auto enrollment is 8% of qualifying earnings, 5% from you, 3% from your employer, calculated on the band between £6,240 and £50,270. That floor is the absolute baseline, and it is not enough for a comfortable retirement. Most occupational schemes match higher contributions if you ask. If your employer matches up to 5%, you contribute 5%. If they match up to 6%, you contribute 6%. Every percentage point your employer matches is a guaranteed 100% return on day one. Refusing the match is refusing free salary. You hold no investment in your portfolio that can compete with that return, so you capture it first, every time, before you allocate anywhere else. Salary sacrifice arrangements add another layer. Your contribution comes off gross pay, which lowers your national insurance bill on top of the income tax relief. Ask payroll whether your scheme operates salary sacrifice. If it does, use it. Step 5 fires for higher earners only. If your gross salary crosses £50,270, your marginal income tax rate jumps to 40%. Pension contributions through salary sacrifice come straight off your gross, which means a £100 contribution costs you roughly £58 in take-home pay once tax, and national insurance relief are stacked. The relief is automatic inside salary sacrifice. If you contribute through a personal pension, or SIP, instead, the basic 20% is added at source by your provider, and the additional 20% must be claimed back through self-assessment. Set a calendar reminder for January. Higher rate taxpayers leave hundreds of pounds with HMRC every year by failing to file the claim. If your gross crosses £100,000, your personal allowance starts tapering. You lose 1 pound of allowance for every 2 pounds over the threshold. The effective marginal rate inside that band is 60%. Salary sacrifice into your pension to drop taxable income back below £100,000. The tax saving alone justifies the contribution. Step 6 fires only after the pension match is captured. Open a lifetime ISA if you are under 40 and either saving for a first home priced under £450,000 or building money you can access from age 60. Contribute up to £4,000 in a tax year, and the government adds a 25% bonus up to £1,000 of free money every year until you turn 50. That £4,000 sits inside your overall £20,000 ISA allowance, not on top of it. Withdrawals outside the 2 permitted uses trigger a 25% penalty, which removes the bonus and a slice of your own contribution. Treat this account as locked unless you are buying a first property or retiring. Note the upcoming change from the 6th of April 2027. The cash ISA allowance for under 65s drops from £20,000 to £12,000. The stocks and shares ISA allowance stays at the full £20,000. If you have been parking everything in cash, the next 24 months are your last chance to use the full cash allowance before the cap lands. Step 7 fires against debt. List every non-mortgage debt with the balance and the APR. Credit cards, personal loans, car finance, overdrafts, buy now, pay later balances, store cards. 2 methods, both work. The avalanche method targets the highest APR first and saves the most interest mathematically. The snowball method targets the smallest balance first and produces faster psychological wins. Pick one. Run it. Do not switch halfway through. Any APR above 8% is consuming wealth faster than the stock market historically creates it. So clearing high-interest debt comes before any non-pension investing. Once a debt closes, redirect the freed-up monthly payment into your investment standing order. Never absorb it back into spending. Step 8 handles the emergency buffer. The savings account from Step 1 is not a holiday fund. It is an emergency reserve sized at 3 to 6 months of essential spending. Total your bills account outflow, multiply by 3, and that is your minimum target. Multiply by 6 for the full target. Until that target is hit, every pound flowing into Step 1 stays there. Once the target is hit, route the surplus from Step 1 into Step 2, your investment ISA, because cash beyond 6 months of expenses is being eroded by inflation. The buffer protects you from a job loss, a boiler replacement, or a vehicle failure. It does not need to grow. It needs to exist untouched in a different bank. Step 9 handles the personal savings allowance. Basic rate taxpayers can earn £1,000 in interest tax-free each year. Higher rate taxpayers get £500. Additional rate taxpayers get nothing, with easy access rates around 4.5%. A basic rate taxpayer hits the £1,000 threshold at roughly £22,000 of cash savings outside an ISA. Above that point, every additional pound of interest is taxed at your marginal rate. The fix is the cash ISA. Move excess cash into a cash ISA before it crosses the allowance. The interest inside the wrapper never counts toward your taxable income. The wrapper is the entire reason ISAs exist. Use it. The standing orders need correct timing or the whole protocol breaks. Salaries land on payday at varying times depending on your employer and bank. Some employers pay on the 25th, some pay on the last working day of the month, some pay weekly or fortnightly. Set every standing order to fire 1 working day after the expected pay date. The single-day delay handles weekends, bank holidays, employer payroll variance, and BACS clearing windows. The cost of the delay is 1 day of interest, which is trivial. The cost of a standing order bouncing because the salary has not landed yet is a failed transfer, a missed allocation, and a manual reset of the system. The day after rule eliminates the failure mode entirely. Automation is the only mechanism that survives a bad week. Willpower depletes, motivation evaporates. The Tuesday morning version of you who built the protocol is more disciplined than the Friday evening version of you who stares at the bank balance after a long week. Standing orders do not care which version of you is in charge. They fire on the schedule you set, in the sequence you set, regardless of whether you are tired, stressed, or bored. This is why every step above runs as a standing order or a direct debit, not as a manual decision. The moment a manual decision is required each month, the system fails. Discipline gets exported once when you build the protocol, and then the protocol carries the discipline forever. Step 10 is the audit. Run this protocol for 6 months without modification. After 6 months, audit the flow. If 20% to savings is too tight, drop it to 15%. If it is comfortable, push to 25%. If your investment contribution feels invisible, increase it by 1% every pay rise. Automatic escalation, no negotiation with yourself. The system tightens or loosens, based on data, not feeling. Schedule a quarterly review on top of the 6-month audit. 30 minutes, 4 times a year. Pull up your investment ISA balance, your savings balance, your pension valuation, and your debt total. Write the 4 numbers down. Compare them to the same 4 numbers from the previous quarter. The direction of travel is the only metric that matters. 3/4 of upward movement across all 4 lines confirms the system is working. A flat or downward line in any one of them is a signal, usually that an allocation needs adjustment or that lifestyle creep has absorbed a recent pay rise without the protocol updating to match it. After 12 months, on this protocol, you will have an emergency buffer sitting in a separate bank, a stocks and shares ISA quietly compounding, a workplace pension capturing every pound of employer match, a lifetime ISA collecting the 25% government bonus if you qualify, a cleared or rapidly clearing debt stack, and a bills account that runs itself. Your decision-making bandwidth is freed up because the financial machinery is no longer running through your prefrontal cortex every week. Build it once, run it forever. Job done.